Straw Hut Media.
Welcome back, guys. Heartbreakers, here we are. We are so excited to have the amazing, the gorgeous Brandi Glanville, known for Bravo's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and recently the Ultimate Girls Trip on Peacock. Welcome, Brandi.
Thanks. I've also done like 13 other reality shows, but thanks.
She is the OG. She's the reason why we actually signed to Straw Hut. True story.
Oh, nice.
Because I was such a fan. I was like, oh my God, I love your podcast. She's also a New York Times bestselling author, Drinking and Tweeting, Drinking and Dating.
Yes, 2 different books about drinking.
And she's new to OnlyFans, but we'll get to more of that later. So how's things been?
Hey, good. So glad I missed your last guest. So there's that. We don't have to say who she was, or because she was nothing. Anyway.
Oh my God, it's like a breath of fresh air having Brandi walk in, because we are just immediately put at ease. We are at one with our people now, and we can be drinking and tweeting all episodes.
Yes, drinking and tweeting.
Yeah.
I cannot deal when people stress me out. I'm like, this is just a giant conversation.
Yeah.
And like some people fill themselves so much. They walk in with like a publicist of this, of that, of this. Yeah. Sometimes that's necessary, but not in my podcast, not in this podcast. I just think it's like there's a self-importance to some people.
Well, that's the killer of any creativity or authenticity, because you're so walls up and like, I am this.
My mom always taught me, if somebody is stressing you, imagine how stressed they are, like how much they're stressing themselves, if they're stressing everybody else in the room. And I'm like, that actually puts me at ease that person's just in their head, like losing it.
Or if it's just deflection because they don't want to be by themselves, so they put it on other people.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, everything's wrong with you people. So they don't have to have that like moment with themselves.
Yeah.
Bossing
my
everyone
God.
around.
We were. I wish. Anyways.
What else have you been up to, Elsa?
I actually just got back from Paris.
Woo!
Yeah.
Romantic city?
Yes, I actually did have a little bit of a date night by the Eiffel Tower.
With who?
And a random guy.
Nice.
I know.
Are you on like an app in Paris? You just changed your locale?
You know what? I used to actually be on Raya, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not anymore. Because I think it's just like the same as everything else.
You know
now.
all the people on there.
So
already.
Yeah.
It's
Basically, like where I go, I it's all those people. So, and I also think I don't know. I'm not on anything. I don't want to be.
Really?
Yeah. I actually don't want to date.
Well,
so,
you were just
I know, right? But that's just because it was Paris, and like I had to,
right.
you know,
had to like
mean?
make out.
If it comes up, well, sometimes if you're looking too hard, you're only picking up the bottom of the barrel anyway, because you're trying too hard. You got to let them come to you.
Yeah, but this is LA. There's like everyone's douchey.
This is true.
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody.
But you know what? Everywhere you go, there are douches. We just need to find different circles, but we never go out to be able to find those different circles. So then you call the same old fucks with the same old friends, and you're always like, why is there nobody in this town? Well, it's because I don't hang out in different circles.
You're projecting.
No, I'm similar. And over COVID, my circle has gotten so much smaller because you just find out who people really are when they have to be alone with themselves for so long.
Do you like that? You like having this? Because I personally like having a very, very small circle, and I'm very protective of it.
Yeah.
And I've learned that's, do you like that? Or
no,
you want bigger? Yeah.
I like to have a lot of friends, like, you know, because a lot of my friends are married, and as the single one, I don't get invited to those things. So I have to have options. So I have like some younger friends to go out with. I don't go up in the club or anything like that.
Yeah. So is it a lot of home, like hanging out, parties at home, drinking?
Yeah, I mean.
No, that's where it's at. Yeah. I always tell people home is where it's at. I can actually hear you. I can also talk your ear off in the corner and like corner you, and then just
welcome
to
my home.
Yeah.
Isn't it fabulous? You guys are welcome to stay.
Thank you.
What did you do? You've been...
what have I been doing? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I finally just started feeling myself for dating again, only because I finally got off the couch and started working out and monitoring my food a little bit. Like, it only takes a little bit for me to start losing weight. I'll tell you, like, I eat nonstop. I use it like a drug. So like I'm constantly, pressing that button, like, ooh, feeling good. And because I don't self-soothe.
It's a fix.
Yeah. So without like doing any form of meditation or working out a lot, I'll try and seek it in other ways, like soothing myself through eating things and whatever. And then you just feel more and more depressed about yourself. So anyway, my whole thing is I'm consciously like, also, okay, so I was married for 7 years.
Ooh,
and I know it was.
I was married for 8. I'm just saying, like, I just don't think marriage is real anymore.
Me either.
We're just saying that it's really
it's an old-fashioned idea. Yeah. It's great, and like on paper.
Yeah,
but
well, that's why we do it. Like trying it on at the beginning was like, I think I had all the wrong intentions going in. As it was.
Well, you wanted to do it because you couldn't do it. It's like that thing that you can't have because as a gay man forever you couldn't get married.
It was right when they passed it. And then, they actually overturned it and then brought it back. And we were like, let's just get married.
Let's get in. Now. We have to do it. Like, and then I'm like, to all my gay friends, I'm like, be careful what you fucking wish for. Because it's hard.
Well, plus I slept my way to the middle because he was like this Hollywood producer. And I was like, not that I'm like an actor or anything like that, but I was just like, oh, yes, I'd like a house on the hill. I would like someone to be older than me and adore me.
Right.
That
would be the hot one.
Yes, thank you. I needed that.
That's the way to go, especially like, I mean, I get backlash for this a lot, but I really, for a little bit, was okay with being a mistress. And I know that sounds really, okay.
No. Like, I've honestly, I've changed like a little bit of my outlook on that. Yeah. Just recently.
I wouldn't do it now. And I wouldn't even cheat now.
Right.
But at the time when I was 18, 19 and like very young, I didn't want to be bothered. I wanted somebody that would just kind of like pay me attention and then not like.
Right. And so you could have your own space, right?
Yeah. So for the mistress, it's a lot better because you're like, oh, this guy's just I'm only going to see the good times. He's going to give me the presents, hang out with me and think I'm fabulous, then fuck off and leave me alone.
You can't really ask. They always want more. So I couldn't go to somebody who was single and ask for space. Right. It just didn't exist.
Long distance, like if you can find someone in New York, that's my dream. Stay over there, come over here. Then I'll clean up all my shit in my house real quick, throw it in closets because I'm so settled in my space. I have like all my makeup everywhere in my room, like all my cute beauty machines, all the shit that you don't want a guy to see. Mm-hmm. Like I'm so settled in my ways. It's like
you have a shelf life for the amount of time you can spend with people and then you can go back to being a freak and being like, exactly who you want to be in your house.
I need time to myself. I need to be able to not wash my hair for, you know what I mean? Like those things matter to me. And especially to a female, like I want to sit with hair treatments in. I did
that last night.
Yeah.
And it's 4 of my extensions come out.
And they'll be like, what the fuck? Yeah. They'll be like, what is that in your hair? And like, you just can't.
Right. You want to put your best foot forward with them and like, this is how I wake up, which we all know. Like you probably wake up like that.
She shaves her whole body in the morning before she gets up.
Me like a really like he hates it, but when I'm in a relationship every day, I really
while the guy is there, she'll get up before him.
Yeah, I really do like it. I will take it on almost like as my job. You know what I mean? To be a wife or to be
the best.
Yeah, and I like it. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, she doesn't have to do that for that guy. Yeah, he's got a whole other family.
I saw a little bit about your dating history. Sorry.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I saw a lot of your porn last night too. I was just looking at porn.
Which one?
I saw you with Kim Caden Cross, like
she was
you guys were like in a condo and you were having a lot of anal sex with this guy. A red-haired guy.
She's done so many though.
I've done
that. No, I know.
I've done hundreds, and I even get tagged sometimes and stuff where I'm like, is that me? Because I don't remember that.
It's your AI version.
No, I mean, like I was just wanted to know about you guys. I heard you're a pop star from Australia.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh my god.
Because I also thought I was
Brandi knows who I am.
Guys.
Oh, I can die now. Fuck this podcast. I got what I wanted.
No, I was excited, and I always wanted to find out about what now I'm turning it on you guys.
Yes.
What your life before porn, because like I saw that you worked at Starbucks and like you had regular.
I did.
What got you to that point where you're like, not that it's bad.
Just desperation. Like I know that's I get you. I came from a small, not small, but I came from my mom struggles with mental illness. I came from a lot of poverty, and that was really my only way out was porn, honestly.
I know,
and I'm very I tell James and like everybody all the time,
family, though her parents were alcoholics and also mental disabilities, and so like out of looking after your sisters.
Are you guys talking about me?
It takes one to know one.
Nervous.
Are you born and raised in LA or
No, I grew up in Sacramento.
Okay.
And again, we were very poor.
Mm-hmm.
My parents, my mom was a housekeeper. My dad worked at a grocery store at night. So he slept during the day. And like my sister, my brother and I, we were latchkey kids. We had nothing. And they're still all there where I was like, I'm getting the fuck out as soon as I could. Plus my dad stabbed me, but that's
shit.
a long story. No, he did it on purpose with a steak knife because he was pretending like he was going to do it. So hopefully he doesn't. No one listens to my podcast or yours. Well, not yours.
No, true.
No, I'm saying in my family.
This is already the best episode ever.
No, in my family, they don't support me at all. Like they don't know if I'm on TV. Yeah. They don't know what I'm doing. Like I forced them to watch Traitors.
Hello, but you made it out. I mean, you're doing something right. I mean,
doesn't it feel good? Sorry, I didn't mean to talk about it. Doesn't it feel good to be like the one that got out, that did something that even if people are like, oh, I don't agree with it, like I still am like, I feel like I'm going back in time when I sometimes speak to people or like even go home. I'm like, what are you, like still the same people?
I know, right? And I'm just like, I have a 2-day maximum in Sacramento. I will kill my father. My parents are still together. My sister and I are 16 months apart. We shared a room our whole lives. We fight. My little brother's 2 years younger. He's a cop.
You're a middle kid?
Yeah.
I'm a middle kid.
See, we're stars.
I'm a middle kid. And me and my sister, my little sister are like 13 months apart. We're very close.
So we're Irish twins, as they say. Which is hard because like as a middle child, you're always fighting. You're not the oldest. You're not the youngest. Like my brother was the only boy, so he's the youngest and a baby. And a boy. Whew, this wine's already getting to me.
Yay.
But yeah, like, no, it's like, you're fighting for their love and attention. And then I started acting out because I wasn't getting it. So I was just getting in trouble left and fucking right. Started stealing my dad's pot and selling it at my school.
Nice.
Yeah. This was before pot was legal. So, I've done my shit, And I listen, any way you can get your bag, get your bag.
You're just an entrepreneur. Like, I feel like, I know that that's like illegal to sell weed and whatever, but I stripped underage. I stripped underage and I just see myself as an entrepreneur.
I have a problem though with the guys that would be interested in you underage. Like that is fucking pornography.
But they didn't know.
Not pornography. What is it? Pedophilia.
I know.
It's what's the thing that I always try and do and you go, oh, I don't want them to see that. You're really aware of that. She's like, I don't want them seeing me.
I am so aware of that. I don't want to play into that. You know what I mean?
Because she's like, it's creepy selling children. Like if she's like,
I dated older.
Yeah.
Like drastically older and like, I'm not against it, but I am. And I never thought I would be one of those people who's like, don't do that. But there is a type of man that it can be unsafe. And I want
sold every day on
young
TV.
girls to know that. I mean,
oh my God, men are pedophiles. That's the whole thing. Yes, they are.
They want your cleavage out and like braids and like calling them daddy.
Yes.
And that's fucking weird. And I'll do it.
Yeah.
This
is what we need to do on OnlyFans and then they'll buy.
Listen,
I think as an adult in your home, you know what I mean? At age appropriate, obviously that's okay. But then there's sometimes a blurred line where I'm like, I just rather be very clear on it, and because of my history, I don't want that to be.
Yeah, but you had to go through it to figure that out.
Yes, she grew up Mennonite, which is like Amish, right?
What does that mean? Oh, that's
religious.
I saw it. It said you were a Christian, so I'm like, I'm a Christian too, but
actively Christian?
Yeah, I mean, I talk to God, especially when times are rough. But I don't go to church.
Yeah, me either.
But I believe in like a higher power. Yes. For me, he's an orange Muppet with a black hat and like he lives in the clouds and he's got a black cape. That's always been my God. But shut up. Shut up, Will.
I've known you this long and I've never heard that.
I think
Did you ever ask me about God? No, but because we grew up going to like anywhere, but we were in a really rough neighborhood, like Bloods and Crips, and like my dad would get so mad because there was always renters, God forbid. And he and my mom owned their house, but they worked so hard, and so they just sent us to any school but the public school. We went to Baptist school. We went to Methodist school. We went to Lutheran school for a long time.
Probably.
I still have I played Joseph in the play, by the way, at the Baptist church. Yeah, they let me. So they're pretty far ahead.
Which one's Joseph?
That's Mary's pretend. That's her gay friend.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
kidding. Well, they didn't have sex. That's God's baby. I'm guessing it's like her, her hag.
It's her. Yes, exactly.
I mean,
love that.
We all need one at least.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sorry, God. Sorry, Muppet Man. No, but like that.
The way God
shit-
intended it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen,
Hags and fags.
yeah. My kids are atheists, so I'm like, you might want to start praying at some point. Whether I didn't push it
I believe
on
in
them.
the energy, like of the universe, and like a higher power. I mean,
have no religion.
No, but I have no religion. But I
there's
do
something
believe
after
that
this
there
life.
is something there, like guiding us. And I think there's too many coincidences that happen when I'm in a good frame of mind, and I actually do. Like I read this book where they call it allowing the energy to come through me. I know that things happen that I want to happen because I'm in tune with like that connectedness to the universe, and it's like, okay, now you can go forward. But when I'm pinching off that tap, things just go
because
wrong.
we're so powerful.
Yeah.
Like I'm a bruja. Like I'm a witch. Like I'll think of something and it fucking happens.
Me too. Have you
all of the fucking time?
Like on things that are not, it shouldn't be happening precisely. I tell people all the time, I will be like, man, I think someone so and so is doing this and I'm like, I don't know why I just said that, and I swear,
like the next day or something,
it will happen.
It does. I promise you.
Because when you've got that clear channel and you think it just happens.
But
like
when I'm in like a negative headspace, I'm really depressed and like in my own, like for a few months this year, I was like not good, mentally.
How'd you get out of it?
Drugs and alcohol.
Really? It got you out.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know what people say to me when I was doing drugs and alcohol?
Well, it was like Lexapro. And like, wine.
Well, you need that Band-Aid though, because sometimes you can't cope with it. Now, it's not the best coping mechanism, some people would say.
Yeah.
But I mean,
say whatever gets you out.
If it works, it gets you out.
Well, as long as you can come back out of it too.
As long as it's not like crystal meth.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, maybe that's one.
Maybe a little like a shake of Adderall.
Yeah.
On your
shake of Adderall.
But then I always take it too far. That's the problem with me though. And then I don't know how to get out of it.
Gays love cocaine here in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Is cocaine even really cocaine anymore?
Well, I'm too
because
scared
they
to
have the little
fentanyl.
tabs they stick in the thing. These are rich gays.
I don't do drugs.
Oh, there's tabs just stick in the thing.
Yeah,
now.
to see if there's fentanyl.
That makes sense.
I don't do it anymore either.
After I got the face tat on Molly, I stopped the.
Well, knowing about the tabs,
I think, right? You can get them on Amazon.
No way. I need you, and I need you.
No, I'm not promoting cocaine. I'm just saying that you can
if
have
you're going
safe
to do
cocaine.
it, do it properly and make sure you're safe with having a tab in it.
Right.
Yes.
I got my son.
I appreciate that.
Like my son and you could probably date, even though like that would be weird, but he's 20. You're 26?
26. Yeah.
You could teach him a few things. He's going to kill me. No,
he probably knows who she is, right?
I'm sure.
I mean,
I think so I remember the kids were like, they're 4 years apart. So like at 6, I went over to our computer. I'm the worst with computers. I brought my computer today so Ryan can put my Facebook on it because I'm locked out. That tells you a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I went over to our main computer that the kids use. And in like the search bar, they wrote Lego penis. Right?
Lego penis.
Guess what came up? Pornhub. All of this porn.
With
and so,
Legos?
Yeah, just Lego. The word penis, I think, had a lot to do with it.
Okay.
No, but so did they mean to look up porn, or were they looking up Lego?
Penis. I think they wanted to know why Lego men didn't have penises.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and was it what showed up with the Lego penis thing? Like
Pornhub.
And what were they doing though in those videos? Are there any Lego porn videos?
That's what I'm thinking.
No,
like,
wow. I don't know. There's a subculture of everything. Maybe people.
Are you guys okay? I mean, maybe now that we've talked about it, Will Arnett will like. I actually love like Ninjago and all of the cartoons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess they could have sex. So they have to get some parts for it. I mean,
I don't even want to imagine what that looks like.
It's very, very square. And they break a lot.
It's basically lesbians.
Yeah. Well, let's not go that far.
Okay. That's
Mason's
all.
20.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's no Legos. But like ever since then, like, you know, they have their boys. They have a lot of questions. Mom, what's an extender penis? It's called a hard-on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like very.
I feel like you'd be a great mom for that kind of stuff. That's a lot of what I missed. So that would be that would. Yeah, I had a lot of shame around sex and stuff like that. So I feel like that would have been I think that's why I'm so frigid. Like, because I
Are you
just,
frigid?
yeah, it takes me a lot to get in the mood with someone because I'm like, this is stupid. Are we really dirty? Like, I don't know. I am kind of a square, but then I can be a freak as well. But
Right.
there's no in between. I don't feel like natural about it. I'm not going to just wake up. Like, that's why I don't have one night stands because I'm like,
Oh, sorry.
unless I'm drunk,
One night stands can
Yeah.
be the best.
The best.
Like,
which is why I need to get out there again because it's been so long now that I'm like, how would that even work? Does the penis go in the, like, how does that?
yeah, because
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, so
you can put it in
I
your
almost
mouth
need
or your
someone
ass.
kind of like that I know that I'm a little bit hotter than, so I can be like, come on,
I
this
feel
is
you.
my,
You have
yeah.
some insecurities
Yes,
around
I
that.
do. I'm very
You're
insecure.
very attractive.
Oh,
you have really
thank
good skin and eyes and hairline's
I
good.
just got a
Just
bunch
got
of filler
fillers.
like
Yeah.
just the other day. So then and I'm not.
Do not talk
I'm
to me. Everyone
pretty-
thinks I have so many like my
I
tits
didn't
are
say
fake.
anything.
No, I know, but like ever since Andy Cohen said it, like 5-10 years ago, I don't even know how long, I cannot escape that. I gain weight, my face gets fat. Like no matter what. Yeah, I have fillers in my lips. I get Botox. I'm fucking 50.
Your skin
Like,
looks
suck a
great.
dick.
yeah.
It looks
Oh.
really smooth.
Well, it's not. But thank you.
But I wouldn't look at you and be like, oh, fillers. Like,
Well, I
I
mean,
actually
for a
didn't
while, I
think
did
less of
overdo it. And I
Yeah.
think it was more just because people were coming for my looks online
Mhm.
constantly. Like, even now
Do
to
you
this
read
day.
a lot of the comments? Like a lot of. I mean, it's
I
hard. not
have
to.
recently.
Yeah. Why recently? Because you've been feeling bad. That
Yeah,
last
I
6
think
months?
because I have fucking time on my hands.
Oh,
That's why
right.
like I joined OnlyFans because like honestly, I like idle time for me.
Yeah.
I get into trouble.
Mhm.
Right.
Boredom.
A lot,
Yeah.
right?
Boredom, yeah.
So it
I feel
doesn't.
that.
It's not good. So I need
Mm.
something to do at all times.
Mm.
And I feel like I might meet my husband. Who knows? But
Are you looking? Yeah.
I'm not getting married ever. But
Yeah.
I'm looking for like, I'm not looking. Like I pull really hard. I get a good dick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm good.
Good dick.
But stop it, kids. Behave.
Yeah. Do you have any gay friends that would be a match for me?
Yeah, I actually do
Ooh.
because my friend so he's very rich. He's very
Okay,
young.
perfect. I'm already
Right.
sold.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's all I
he's
need.
stunning. He's got the best smile ever. You would love him. You guys should actually because he
Shut
likes
up. Fuck Patty.
So-
You're gonna
right.
matchmake me like with someone that I actually care
Patty.
about.
Let's not talk about her.
I was almost convinced. I was like, maybe she'll have some.
No, because I feel like he's saying to me, I'm not this, I'm not that. And, we're
Perfect. We're both insecure.
right. But that's
I
like,
don't think.
but you guys
that's
are,
like-
yeah, that's what I was thinking. But you guys could build
we'd
each
just be
other
us
up.
sitting there going, you look beautiful. No,
You
you look
look
beautiful.
pretty.
Yeah.
No, but he is honestly like my favorite human. He takes
Oh.
care of me. I think he's like
He's in love
29,
already.
30.
Well, I'm not too shabby myself. So,
No,
like,
you're
I won't
gorgeous. I
disappoint.
would-
Okay, that's
First of
it.
all, like you're his type because he
Oh.
likes light hair and light eyes.
Is he dark haired?
He is. So he's Australian, number
Yeah.
one.
Oh, wow. I have to listen to my
Wow.
accent. Oh.
Right.
Okay, is
Oh, I love your accent.
I know, but I just.
Shut up.
Okay, sorry. Okay, back to it. Yeah.
Say already he's off the board. Like
no,
what?
no. I'm still
I'll
going to
show
do
you a
him.
picture.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
what? So what? So
So-
he's Australian and
yes,
sorry.
he's Australian. He's Persian. He's Jewish.
Persian. I
And
love a guy that looks
he's
like he'll blow
rich.
up a building.
Yes.
Yes.
And he works really hard and he travels a lot, so you don't have to see him all the time. And he just bought a house in Beverly Hills.
Okay, this day just got more
I'm gonna
exciting.
show-
We're going to
yeah,
invite him
right?
up here after the show. We're going to
Oh
have
my
a little
God, we
wine.
will.
We're going to take some pictures for
guys, he'll-
OnlyFans.
You will love him.
Yes.
Let me just show you a
Okay,
picture.
the podcast after show is
Hold-
hot.
Wait, hold for an ad. You guys would honestly really get along. I'm his like dating guru. Like sometimes
Ooh.
I'm like, oh, just give me your phone. I'll get.
Yeah.
I did get one of my friends married by
Yeah.
texting for him.
Really?
Yeah, to another guy, but yeah, I'm
Good
really
wing
But
good.
you're not dating, or you are? Or you?
I'm having sex.
You're having sex. Yeah.
That's really like
I mean,
all
that's
I
all you
need
need, right?
right now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm looking at my Instagram. I posted something with him.
I say, once you are comfortable at home by yourself, that's when, like,
Yeah. Well, and I have this little
It's
dog.
not the best picture of him. I thought I looked cute, so I posted it. But he was like okay with it.
already cute.
Yeah, he's
I was gonna
adorable,
say, I
right?
could see him when he looks cute.
unfeminine?
No,
Okay, perfect.
not at
This could
all.
actually be a thing.
There's
Can you
nothing.
imagine?
Yeah, no, he's a top.
Okay, so we could end up having
Top-ish.
something here. Okay, this is great.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had like a fight the other day because I never knew he was a top because he's always so insecure with me. I'm like, oh, you're a bottom. He's
How
like,
do you
"Oh,
decide
top."
whether you're a top or it's just whatever you feel like is?
So you know how you can automatically tell that I'm gay. So like most people would say, "Oh, you're a bottom because like I'm a little femme."
you're a little fun.
Oh,
but in a
how
good way.
dare you? Well, I'm also chatting
No,
to
but
my two gal
I'm
pals
saying-
right now, so like
A
that's
lit-
when I
I'm
like
saying
ham it
you're
up.
a little femme. You're
Yeah.
not like, hey girl,
yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
Like,
so I can be masculine
Which I like.
Like,
Right.
when I'm working, I'm doing shit, and I'm like getting
Nathan's
shit
coming
done.
over.
Yes. Yeah, but I'm versatile just because I know that, like, listen, I like it in the butt. Like, it feels good. We have a prostate there. Like, I totally get all that. It's a lot of work for me, to be honest. Like, I don't want to have to clean my bumhole out and all that shit.
How long does it usually take?
Right, because you have to like do an enema and
all
wait
that
and then
stuff.
do a
So,
dry.
like,
yeah.
But also I like to give. So I don't know. The question was like, how do you know? I think some guys that are predominantly really femme are just like, they want the boy pussy.
Yeah.
They want to have a vagina that guys are penetrating because it's more masculine energy when someone's penetrating you.
Yeah.
But do you feel like as a gay man, it's kind of changed now? There's no set top and
getting
bottom.
really-
Everyone's like, well, I'll do both. I have a lot of friends that, because they're not, I don't have a lot of very super femme gays.
Yeah.
I like them. Like, do my hair. Kidding.
Yeah.
I like everyone
working.
equally.
Yeah.
But they seem a little more talented than you people. I'm kidding.
Yeah. No, totally.
I'm
They
just
are.
joking. Like, it's such a stereotype. I'm fully fucking with you. But I forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about the femme guys.
Oh,
that,
it's changed.
yes.
Like, people are
It's hard
saying-
to decipher now
Right.
who's what.
But also they're saying I can do both.
Yeah, because it's like on that show recently.
He's
Did
like-
you see on Netflix? It was called Glamorous or whatever, and that boy. And I think he's a top. Oh, anyway, there was a whole thing about twink tops. Like, that's a whole thing now, that they can be really girly and little and then still want to. They usually have big dicks when they're that little, like
Really?
twinky and
Or
feminine.
they just look big because they're little.
No, because all of the growth went to their dick. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's like
I
a
hate
portion.
when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
When you're like, that's a big dick, and then once it's
Or they
there,
have to, they shave their
Oh.
balls and make it look bigger, and you're like, dude,
I do that.
we get it.
I hate really tiny balls.
I like a
Really?
high, tight, big ball sack.
Yeah.
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 But it's
That's
gotta
me.
be
That pushes it
tight.
out.
Yeah.
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 Well, sometimes I have to tickle it a bit, but it goes back up.
You're saying you have a big ball sack?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, nice. As long as
Yeah.
it's tight.
Yeah,
and, like,
no,
high.
exactly. But sometimes it's just like nipples. They get soft and then they go harder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess it's it
Oh.
really, because
Yeah.
I thought balls just did
They-
their thing.
No,
They-
sometimes because they're going like this.
They get closer when you're cold. I think they get
Yeah.
closer because it's supposed to save the sperm
Yeah.
or the
Oh,
certain
yeah.
like I could be wrong. I think
Well,
it's a
I'm
temperature
going to believe
thing.
you over most people.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think yeah.
I guess we should get to some of
She's
these
like,
questions.
please leave.
I think that's right.
What?
The temperature.
Why you
It's
say you
moving it
hear
around,
that
like,
like
mixing
about
it
when they
up.
go in like to the cold, everything
Yeah.
shrinks.
Right.
Well-
You like a high type balls.
Well, that's the same, like-
Hot tub with a guy, 'cause then they're gonna be well.
Yeah.
Right.
Taking my
Also,
But if
you've-
they go to the bathroom and they sit to pee and it like hits the water, we're done.
No, yeah,
it
they need
happens
to
when
get a
guys
lift.
get
what
older.
the fuck?
It happens.
That's not happening to me. Mm-mm.
You can get a ball lift, I hear.
I will do it. I'll
Yeah.
do
You
it.
can get a penis implant and that
I
makes
don't-
it bigger and
Have you had that?
I feel like I have, I just don't know for sure.
I feel like if you had, you would know for sure.
I know I've had a penis like somebody that in the industry his name is Ramon and
Oh,
he squeezes his balls and it blows his dick up.
I
Because
think
he's
a lot of
had
guys do that, or like
taken so much Viagra. Viagra doesn't work
Oh.
anymore, so he has to like blow his dick up. Yeah,
Is it-
sorry. If you
uh.
watch him, it's fake.
well,
It's a fake dick.
yeah. I know I have friends that are in the porn industry, so I know a little bit about it. Manuel Ferreira and his son, and
He's hot.
He's very hot.
He's so hot.
Yeah, he's very sweet though. But our kids have been best friends for 10 years.
Ah.
So, I've been around Krista, his
Yeah.
ex-wife, and, Kim a little bit, his wife.
I love Krista.
Yeah, she's great. And the kids are great. They literally are connected. We don't ever,
Ah.
they don't like, Manuel's like their second dad. Well, the little one, he's 16, second dad, like it's the cutest thing. So I know a lot more than I think a lot of people think that I would know, just because I'm
If
interested
you know
in it.
him, he has one of the best reputations. He's one of the kindest.
Yeah, he
people.
definitely doesn't. I've never seen his porn. I can't watch it.
Oh yeah, I
Because-
can't watch hers. Yeah.
Well, because he's Adam's dad in my phone. Like,
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see Adam's dad's
Yeah.
fitch. But my best friend's obsessed with him. And so when he came to town, Mel was really sweet and like came over and was like really sweet to
Aw.
him. And
Well, he has a really nice dick just because you've never seen
I've-
it.
I mean,
oh, okay.
unfortunately, I did my best friend, like when the boys were really little, like we found out, there's a
What
porn
this?
star at our school. And I'm like, I think his name is like Miguel. Like I just said, and then Mark, my best friend, goes, is this him? And then of course I'm like, I can never unsee that. But I'm like, yep, that's him. He's like, oh my God, let's go to the house. I'm like, we are not. He's like, when we pick up Jake, I'm going to say, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, you stay in this fucking car. But they're awesome people.
Yeah.
And I've been around a lot of people that judged like at our school that were like, oh, our kids can't hang out. Well, I'm like,
what are they going to be doing?
I wonder for them how that is. Like, I don't have children, so
right.
I always wonder, I'm like, how would I handle that if somebody said, you're not hanging out, your kids aren't, you know what I mean? Like, I would be like, my kid has nothing to do with.
Well, first of all, they're not doing porn in their house. They're amazing people. Secondly, what I do is I'm a whore. I sell myself. I get drunk. I just keep my clothes on. Same fucking difference. We're both selling ourselves in a way. And like, of course, I was the mom that I would go there without a bra. And everyone's like, oh, she's getting a divorce. You know, it was all this drama. I'm like, listen, he's a good guy. Like, he's like great. And Krista's great. Like,
I don't know how it correlates. Like, don't have your children there because they do porn. I mean, it doesn't.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Your kids aren't going to be doing porn with them.
They're not doing porn. Exactly. It's so
you don't take your kids to the person's job.
I'm more scared of the people who you find out later do weird stuff. You know what I mean? That's always, it's very rare actually that you hear of the porn industry doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like just being.
Well, I mean,
doing illegal stuff.
They're pretty well known. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, so everyone's like, no. And then me and another mom were like, take our kids. We don't want them.
Yeah.
Kidding. Yeah. Nobody is so great. Like, he drives them to Vegas. They go to like all these MMA stuff. And he really has been a savior for me because me and my ex-husband don't always get along. Yeah. And Manuel's like a second dad to Jake. And so when there's drama, because
I love that story.
Girls involved.
That's so sweet. I'm glad to hear that about them because I like them. They're
they're awesome.
Especially Krista. Her name's Dana.
But yeah, I know her Krista. No, they're awesome.
Have you done a scene with Manuel?
Krista actually bought me the strongest taser. I've done a scene with Krista. She's bought me because I got kidnapped in a lift years ago.
Oh my God.
And I
would kidnap you.
And so I'm friends with I'm very, very close with her current boyfriend.
Oh yeah, so he's a director, right, or a producer?
Yes,
they're all like best friends.
He's actually my gay best, or not my gay. Sorry, my male best. Sorry, I accidentally said gay.
Krista's boyfriend.
Yeah, no, he's one of my closest. He was on my second scene ever. He's one of my closest friends. Well, used to be, I guess.
Ryan?
It's you know, but I got kidnapped. I called him. I was like, I need help, and she was like, on it. She is like a great person. Mom. She is such a good
badass,
person. Like I can't. Has the best reputation. I love her. She is so kind. She's a Virgo.
Yeah, I love Virgos. I know you're a Virgo too. So is my best friend Mark. Like I'm highly attracted to Virgos. Like not like just sexually. I'm just saying like it seems to be who I gravitate. Yeah. I'm a Scorpio. So it's like.
Do you know your rising?
Yeah, it's
I'm a Scorpio rising. So
that's good. Yeah. I mean. I don't know a lot about it. I know that I'm what is like the best one? Because that's my rising.
Virgo.
The best one.
No, there's another good one too. I forgot. Somebody
Taurus maybe?
No, Taurus.
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's not right either.
Not Aries.
No.
What about Aquarius? Am I good? Everyone always says Aquarius is good. I already know that.
I don't know much about Aquarius.
Yeah, me either. I mean, so I guess that's good.
Yeah. Because then you don't hear, that guy's a fucking Aquarius.
Like whenever I say,
like you never
hear
that.
You're Scorpio all the time. Like, oh, I'm like Scorpio. Like, ooh, you know.
Scorpios are.
I'm like, don't worry,
but they're good in bed, aren't they? So like, it's a double-edged sword.
Actually think they end up being good in bed.
The best.
They're insane and they murder your vagina, as man defines.
I haven't been with a male Scorpio though, and I want to. I feel like we would like. Combust.
Yeah. That sounds so
break
toxic.
The fucking universe. Yeah, but open to it.
I can't imagine two Scorpios together. I mean, that just sounds.
I've never met like everyone I meet. So my least compatible is a Gemini. I married a Gemini. It's like I want the fight or something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like my son is a Gemini. My dad is a fucking Gemini. Like girl Geminis, I actually really get along with. The boy ones, I love them, but they are Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. It's like, which one am I getting today?
Geminis. Oof.
All right, we have some Heartbreakers hotline questions.
Wow,
We are obviously with someone
great
that...
segue. Might want to work on that.
Sorry, not good at a segue, but we are still rolling. Heartbreakers hotline. Question from Leela. I need help defining cheating. My boyfriend has been flirting with another girl via text, but says they haven't done anything and that he's stopped talking to her. I actually believe him, but it feels like he's emotionally cheated. Did he go too far? I'm pissed, but I love him.
Fuck him, number one. I would rather have my guy meet someone, fuck them, never talk to them again. I feel like when you're texting with someone, you get that emotional, an emotional affair is way worse to me than you're out at a club and you hook up with someone in the bathroom, never see them again.
I always tell I always tell the guys that I'm in a relationship with, I know guys go out. I'm like, if you are out and again, you want to get your dick sucked, do not get their number. Do not there's clear I don't care
never
about
see them again.
Have you been in open relationships before?
Just since I've been divorced, like the last 13 years.
And is that just because you're just like just recent?
No, because I don't like to put a title to it, so I feel safer.
Yeah.
And also like I am attracted to highly unavailable people.
Me too.
I think it's to protect myself. Because I've been so
nothing
broken.
hotter than someone that doesn't want you or like is unavailable.
It's like it's just you can tell I love a red flag. I'm super attracted to red flags. So
what's your number one red flag?
He's a player. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to chase him around for a while.
Because the game is so fun. Like once you get that person, it's like, wah. Like I want the game to continue.
Yes.
And I think even when you're married, it has to continue. Yeah. I think a lot of married couples spend so much time together that they turn into a unit. And it's just like
weird.
You
need your own space. You need your own individuality. And I think you should make them jealous.
There was this study done about couples. I know I've told you this. It was a survey of people that have been married for 30 years. And they said, when do you find your partner the most attractive? And they said, when somebody else finds them attractive. When we're in a social setting, I can see them through somebody else's eyes, the way that I first saw them.
Because it gets mundane.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you're perfect. Blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always attracted to
I only want to be wanted, and then as soon as you like me and I know that, bye.
I want once
go in the chase.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
this is why I'm toxic and my love life is horrible.
No, I think well
I'm not toxic though. No, it's not about that. It's just that I don't believe that I'm that good, so I want to beat them to the front. I want them to like me, feel validated, and then say that is all I needed. That's all I actually needed. I didn't need anything else. I'm not that sexual, because I have all these weird hang-ups.
Well, so everyone has a hang-up, honey.
That's true.
We all have our little weird things that we like. And they're not necessarily weird. It's just like people put a nipple clamp. Not on me. Don't fucking do it. I mean, but some
that's
people
the
are
other thing.
that.
People are into so many things that I'm not into. Like, I don't want to be peed on. I don't want you to hurt me. Oh,
my favorite thing.
I was watching that episode of Sex and the City the other day where she's like, maybe I could get some warm tea and dribble that.
But only at a hotel, not at my house.
Yeah. That's my favorite. That's my favorite fetish.
I kind of like.
I always bring this up in front of you and you go, wrong crowd.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's, everybody should try it.
It makes you feel
I don't like getting pee on myself though, so how would I like someone else's pee?
I think
you don't have to necessarily pee.
It's a power exchange. It's just to show, I'm such a badass bitch, I'm guessing you are too, that I want to feel like a girl sometimes. So,
submissive. You want to feel submissive and
make me feel like a girl. I don't have to be the one putting on the outfits, doing all the work, being the top. I want to be thrown around and told what to do. And
it takes a really strong guy.
It does. There's only been a few in my life,
Right.
I'll say that, to make me feel super feminine and girly, even though I am, obviously.
Yeah, I like that too. I want to always feel feminine. I want to be yeah, baby, go get your nails done.
Yes.
And I want them to encourage the feminine side of me.
I like that too, but
also don't do that on the first date to either one of us because you'll get punched in the face. I'm guessing.
Good tip. That leads me to my next question. That wasn't any better of a segue, but okay, a voicemail from Anonymous. Are we going to play the voicemail?
Oh yeah, do it.
Hi, my name is Gabriella. I was just wondering, what you see as the difference between settling and compromising. I'm in my 20s. I've been dating for a while, but sometimes I kind of get caught up in perfection and like wanting everything to be perfect. And I just don't know.
I think her question is obviously,
What's
am I compromising,
right,
or am I accepting kind of what's going on?
Well, I mean, she said it in the beginning. I want everything to be perfect. She's a control freak. Nothing is ever perfect. So you have to compromise. And if you think you're settling, first of all, every man run away from Gabrielle. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And also, like, you have to realize that people are humans.
Yeah,
like,
there's no such thing as perfect.
Yeah, when I get into, I don't want somebody cheating or lying. Like, the very clear boundaries, but settling, you got to accept people for who they are.
That's compromise. Like, settling is so different. Like, if she's saying, like, she wants things perfect, that's a control freak.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, like for her, I think if she thinks she's compromising, she thinks she's settling. So that's a therapist situation that is not here.
Yep.
That's a good answer.
I really think that it's you have to accept that people are going to be who they are and who they want to be.
And no one is perfect.
Yeah.
She sounds like she needs to work on herself a little bit to like, you know, by the way, you can change. Like if if you wear True Religion jeans, we're never dating. Like that was my thing when I was your age. I was like stitches.
I remember those.
Oh my God. I was like stitches, like any embroidery on a jean, I'm fucking out. And then as you get older, you realize I walked into my ex-boyfriend's closet and I was very alarmed.
How many pairs of True Religion?
A lot. And Hardy shit. And like, I was like, what the actual fuck? So I went out and got them all like John Barvade. But you can change the aesthetic. Yeah. Because otherwise he was kind of great on paper. Like he was great. Good ball sack.
Good ball sack.
Nice and high and tight. Lots of money.
Ooh.
But, you know, it just didn't work out romantically, but we're still friends because I'm kind of the boss of him.
Do you agree with staying friends with an ex or someone? Yeah,
because revenge porn. I mean, well, it's different for you. You're just like, hey, it's out there, bitch. Yeah, I think that you have to give every relationship time, but I think it's really smart because during COVID, you might need to recycle and get some dick. You know what I mean? And you don't want people out there like actively speaking poorly about you.
I know that's so hard. I've never had a relationship, obviously, that has, my third ex-husband actually.
Oh my God, wait, I did not know we were married. I know you said that you could get the ring because you go reverse cowgirl and suck the toes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
it
I saw
works.
that.
Have you tried it yet?
I have done that.
Yeah, it works.
I did not get a ring, but
you got to say "marry me" while you're sucking the toes.
That is the last thing any guy ever wants to hear, in my opinion. Maybe from you because you're 12. But also, like, I don't really like feet. Like, I'll do it if he's like super hot or just got out of the shower. But I also don't want my feet in your mouth, like, because I wear my tennis shoes and then I get grossed out.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you for your OnlyFans, you've got to play into the feet stuff.
Girl, I have the ugliest feet you've ever seen in my life. Because
they like that.
They like that.
They don't want ugly. They don't want a bunion.
Yes, they do.
No,
yes, they do. They want ugly feet. They want the feet
squishing
to be like,
and spreading and all bunions and shit.
I
it's
am
like the whole thing.
Well, then I'm going to be a millionaire.
Yes.
Like boomerang style. Then maybe
we should actually start fucking your feet up even more and like fucking your like ballet shoes and get them really tight.
I was a dancer when I was young. Not a stripper, but that's my fantasy. I do have a stripper pole that my ex-husband gave me. Right. Girl. I have some. Whenever when I'm sober, I am the clumsiest person. When I drink, somehow
you can walk
I never fall. Like I'm like a fucking superhero.
It's natural to you. You're just like back in
the, I don't know. But no, like I love a good stripper pole. I have one. It's not up in the house now, but my ex-husband gave it to me for my 8-year anniversary while he was cheating, and we got a divorce. Like I found out right after. I'm like, wait, I'm stripping for you, and. Because I took the classes. I loved it. It was great exercise.
That's so fucking mean of him to do. Like, get you a stripper pole.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I was just digesting getting the stripper pole as an anniversary gift.
Well, I wanted one because I was going to those classes and I keep them super dark. And I was like puking after because I was like, everything's dizzy. Like I needed to see. And the kids thought it was a fireman pole. They were so good. They were like,
Yeah.
it's going to be in there. Yeah, they're going to be like, what the fuck, Mom?
Oh,
I still have those albums.
I had one when I was
a stripper.
Well, yeah, as stripper, but I remember I got one from Spencer's when I was 16 when I was trying to practice
I don't know what Spencer's is.
You don't know what Spencer's is?
No.
It's like kind of like a weird sex store, kind of not like with t-shirt. You know what Spencer's is? It's like a sex store, but not. It has like a bunch of just weird stuff in it. And I remember getting a stripper pole and I put it up in my room. And my mom was like, "Is this just fake?
Oh, wait, how old were you?
16."
Oh shit! All right.
And well, I think my older sister bought it for me. Yeah, and I was practicing. I remember I had an audition. Ooh. You had to audition for strip clubs sometimes. And I know, scary, right?
Well,
so
no, my best friend was a stripper when we were like I was 17.
Yeah,
living in. She got like a little heavy for modeling. We were modeling at the time, but she's curvy, and at the time, like 100 pounds is curvy. You know what I mean? So she got a job at the Playboy Club in San Francisco. And so I was there all the time with her. And I met a lot of guys. Still friends with one of the guys.
The Playboy Club doesn't exist they don't have any, right?
No, I don't know.
So.
Like
there's
it was
one in
very
India,
classy.
There's still some of them like licensed out.
The one in New York used to be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw a picture of my ex-husband there when he said he was at work in a magazine.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, how was that night anyway? I was getting Botox, sitting in the dermatology chair or and I was like, oh, okay.
What's the worst way you've caught someone cheating?
Well, on the cover of Us Weekly. Yeah, that would be
before you knew.
I did not know.
Oh
yeah.
shit!
Man.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Somebody was like, check Perez Hilton, and I was like in the carpool lane, and I was dropping off the kids, and I'm like, okay. And then I went, and it's like the cover of Us Weekly. Ran to the store, got it, and we were leaving on a trip that night.
And what'd you do?
We left. I went. I was like, fuck you, because I knew it was like our last hurrah. My best friend was getting married to Bruce Willis. Am I going to say I'm not going?
No.
There was two people invited. So it was me and my girlfriend, Kristen. So I'm like, bitch, get it together.
Yeah.
He also said it wasn't true, which
what are you supposed to do? Because sometimes like it's not true, right? So how do you?
It's pretty much. I mean, if you have that feeling in your gut,
and then that confirms.
Yeah, you kind of like. I feel like you always know.
You've been
but
through some
I was
tough
lying
shit.
to myself for a long time because
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be true.
Yeah. Man, that's the worst. Okay, that topped what I thought you were gonna say. I thought just you went into the voicemail. And
But the fact that you still have a pretty happy-go-lucky personality, you have your dark times and all that, it's like interesting to hear. You've been through some pretty hard shit.
But I mean, I had 2 years of like super cuntiness.
Oh, you were a cunt?
Oh, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Really.
Well,
that's when like Housewives found me.
Right.
Because all the tabloids are calling. Do you have something to say to us? I'm like, yes, I do.
You were having your Ariana moment out of travesty.
Right,
became financial gain and floating you up to the sky, baby.
Seriously.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So
good for you.
Thank you.
But it takes a certain person to know how to like put that together and then also be a personality and have something to back it up. I mean, you are the most interesting part of any of those shows. I'll always say it. You know, I mean, there's just so much dead air on those shows. Like people. But
Eddie also knew who he married. He married a spicy person that he was living vicariously through because he had to be perfect. Right. He was always perfect. You know what I mean? Like couldn't fuck up. Always said the right thing. Like at the movies, I've said this several times. He would be like, tell them to move over so we can sit. I'm like, excuse me, do you mind moving over that? You know, when people leave a seat beat, you know, I always had to be the bad guy, but I was fine with it. I was just very outspoken. So when this came out, like, I couldn't like understand why anyone would think I was to put under the rug and like not be myself.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm like, but you know who you married and you know who you cheated on. Yeah. So good luck with that.
Scary. That's scary.
Yeah.
I hired somebody to message and meet up with my husband, my third husband, because I was like, I knew he was cheating and I was like, how do I? Yeah, super easy. I'm going to tell you this site. It's called, I'll show you later because I don't want to leak it yet.
We should do a show.
I have it even easier because before I hired somebody to do it, or like this girl was like, she was kind of like following me and she would message on my stuff and she looked very similar to me. So I was like, do you mind DMing my husband and getting him to whatever? Yeah. And so he fell for it real quick. And I had 2 phones he didn't know about. So he would be texting me at night when he really thought he was texting somebody else. But there's a site now where you can buy already like pretty established profiles on Instagram where they have like 100,000 whatever, and they're cheap. They're like $200, $500. And I message when I start seeing a guy and they're like, I don't sleep with anybody else. Right? I'll message them on it because it's me, and I'll be like, hey, what's up, baby? They always message back.
Yeah, of course. Oh, I really want like a fake Twitter so I can just go off on everyone.
I'll just give you my login.
Oh, my son is calling me. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, please do. Hi, honey.
So what have you put on your OnlyFans, or what are you going to put on there?
So I've never really so in my everyday life before Housewives and all of that, I was a model. Like, I feel like I'm a very sexual person. I've never really had that side of me to put out there. It's always like drunk and crazy and telling people to fuck off.
Which I love.
Yeah, it's
Which
great.
you can put on there.
But it doesn't get you laid. Let's just be clear. Well, I mean, I get laid. It's fine. But it's not great for like relationships or all that. So I turned 50 recently, and I am having another midlife crisis. I know it's midlife because my grandma's 94 and she's a gangster bitch and she still has her garden. I'm like, fuck, that's going to be me. I want to die by like 85. But I'm like, you know what? I have nothing to do. That I want to show this other side of me and like actually connect with people. And I ran into a friend and at a restaurant randomly, I hadn't seen him forever. And she's like, you should do it. And so Manuel and I were talking.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm going to help you do it. But then he was off in Paris and he's super busy. I'm like, well, I actually need someone to help me do it. So my girlfriend helped me get on there. And we did like a couple of lives, and it was super fun. Like just dancing around. Like she shows a lot more than I show. I don't really show anything.
Are you suggested nudity?
I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm in lingerie, like really hot. Like we should take a shower together, which I had on clothes. It does not look like it. We did make out. Like I kiss girls. Like I just think, who cares? I'm like a waist up lesbian. And it depends on the night. Maybe waist down. I don't know. But like I don't think kissing a girl is that big of a deal. Like I've made out with all my girlfriends.
I've kissed girls and I'm as gay as they come.
Sorry.
So do you think you're going to put nude, or are you going to keep it as you just don't know?
I don't know yet. Like, I mean, I feel like at this point I want to celebrate, and like, I haven't done this before. Like, yes, I have my modeling photos from, until I was 27. I have all of those, but then, I had babies, and like, it's 20 years later. I'm in great shape, and like, I want to just
show it off.
Right. Why not? Like,
I think if you didn't do it, you would regret it, because you'd be like, oh my God, I thought that I was like older or whatever that it is, but you're not. And that's what you're realizing is that I have a great body.
No, I'm like, I have 5 good years left. Let's be clear. So I'm like, fuck it.
I always say I've got 6 months left, don't I?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I've never delved into that. I don't think people think of me that way. And that's who I always have been. I'm always like the little sex kitten. Like I'm always dressed like in very like legs out, tits out. Like that's just me.
You can always put stuff there's so many like fetishy type of stuff that you don't need to be nude for. Like the feet thing, we were just talking about eating. There's so many different things that you can make money that the fans do love.
Stuff that you and I would think like, oh,
why would
you
they
would
want to
never
watch?
like even just daily life stuff. They truly want to see that.
They just want to be like intimate with you.
Yeah, they want the intimacy part. Right. They want to message you. They want to get to know you, and that's really like if you're just putting lingerie, that's good enough for them. That's I think that's great.
You know what's
you're gonna do so good.
So far, I mean, I'm like, hey guys, if there's any nipples or vag, make sure you take it out.
Yeah.
What about hand bras? Do you do that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, hand bras does well.
My tits are great. Like they're fake. So they're obviously good.
I would have never guessed you had fake tits because you didn't do ridiculous.
No, because I had kids. I had like cute B's before. Once I had kids, they were not so cute B's. So I went to Dr. Fisher, who's like the boob guy.
I almost went to him, but I went to Dr. J for my first one.
Oh, okay.
It's like first J with like, or like his last name's like really long, but he goes by Dr. J. He's like was the competitor
like the boob. Yeah, there's like they're the boob guys. I'm guessing.
Dr. Fisher's great.
But I said just fill up the skin. I showed him a picture of my boobs before. I said this is what I want. These are 16 years old at this point.
Wow.
Right. But
and still good, no encapsulations or anything.
No, because I got silicone and they're small.
Right.
And now like after with it, like they've loosened up. You know, like you want that. You don't want it to be like flat skin and like too hard grapefruits.
Yeah.
So
I've had 2 boob jobs, so I get
it. You know, like when you have no skin. I mean, I wanted a boob job before. My ex was such a legs and ass man. Like he did not want me. He was like, how much more attention do you need? You're 5'10", you know. I'm like, all right, well,
you did I would never guess you have your boobs done.
Yeah. I mean, they're little, but I like them.
So with OnlyFans, don't you find it a little bit gratifying? Like, or not gratifying, but like sexy. So I joined Playboy Centerfold. That's how we met, because they had us do this shoot, and like was like the start of that whole thing. And I'd never been on a subscription site like that or anything like that. But I did a couple of photos. The moment someone paid money to see me naked, I was like turned on.
Naked?
I was turned on. Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
Turned on. Like it gave me a hard on because I was like, wow, that person finds. I think that's my thing. What's your love language? What are the 5?
Do you know them?
Come here, help me. Yeah, of course. I think that what is the word? It's like acts of
service.
Yeah. Just to like really take care of me.
Yeah.
You know?
Mine is compliments.
Because you're very feminine, so that's that.
Right.
That's
Ryan,
compliments.
He's not good with hair, and he's like, your hair is bad. Okay.
No, not from my angle.
No, well, you can't say the right side of my head.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, also, I love presents. Like you can tell Will and Ryan were at my birthday. Like, don't forget my presents. Like,
but it doesn't have to be like crazy, right? You just like the gesture.
I just want like to someone to do for me.
Think about you and do.
I'm such a nurturer. I take care of everyone. It's my favorite thing to do, and I want someone to nurture me a little bit. Like you know, be the daddy. I don't like that term, but like
I like that too. I love it.
But it is nice. Like Nathan is like my gay daddy in a weird way. Like he always like orders a car for me, make sure I get home, make sure I did the splits at Soho House. He's like, time to go. So I was like, okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's just like, you need that person that looks after you.
Yeah.
And I think like that's the most important thing to me.
That's the same for me. I like I'm big on compliments, but acts of service is definitely like you can even just like making the bed or like, you know what I mean? Like just for me, the effort is what
to show.
Yeah, for sure.
I have some questions here for you. Okay, so sorry if my
no, you're good. No, it's cute. You're nervous. You're super insecure. Okay.
No, because I'm trying to keep it. My brain doesn't work like that, where it's just like seamlessly running. I'll forget what I'm doing in the moment or forget what I'm saying. So I'm like, okay, I got to move the show along.
I was the same when I started, and I had Adam Carolla on. I'm like, how do you do this? And he's like, you just practice. He's like, you just have to do it constantly. I'm like, great.
Well, and we only just started with guests, so like having us not thanks for pointing that out. Okay, here's one for you then. Okay. There was recently a bit of drama when it comes to the Ultimate Girls Trip. There's been tons of chatter about you coming back to the Housewives. Are there any updates there?
I think we have to wait for Girls Trip for my thing to come out. It was a whole new world because we had HR for the first time on reality television, and the whole point of Housewives is to turn up and get unhinged. And then when you do that and somebody says, the producers are asking you, bring the party, bring the party, bring the party. We have no show. And then you bring the party and they're like, we're going to slap you on the wrist. And so you'll see. It was really difficult. I mean, the aftermath of it, like just coming home from it, we were in Morocco, was so horrible because like the narrative was that I was sexually inappropriate with a woman. And I was never alone with anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, to have that out there, and people know me. I'm going to give you a lap dance. You'll probably get one later.
Yeah.
If you don't want one, you're just like, No.
That's the whole point of the show and what you bring to it. They're literally asking you for that, signing your paycheck for that because you're going to do that.
And then getting mad at you for it.
And then also creating that narrative around you like, oh, wow. Like, who's protecting you is
Nobody.
like...
You're on your fucking own. And that's why I'm working with a great producer right now. Mm-hmm. And we are coming up with something that more of a, maybe you could possibly, like, I'm going to find love. And so that's kind of, I can't explain. He didn't want me to say too much, but it's this amazing producer and we're sussing out where I will be a producer on it so I can have some control.
I love that for you. Yeah, you're giving too much away. Like you're literally the backbone of most of the shows.
But I'm not going to be the fucking fall guy for the fact that they have HR now. Because if I go down, I'm fucking burning the house down.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Get ready.
Why do you
Plus,
have to
that
go
lady
down
should be lucky. Like no one's touched her vagina in a really long time, I'm sure.
I didn't touch her vagina.
Cobwebs.
No, we were like, it was a giant party of all of us, like me and Eva, like who's a fucking supermodel or slapping each other's butts. Like it was nothing. But I think that, you know, she woke up the next day, had buyer's remorse. She's like, she was drunk. She's like, what did I do last night? She did nothing. Like we are all together at all times.
That's so disappointing.
It is. You know, it is, especially when I'm telling you fucking people, if I go down, y'all go down with me. And all the other girls saw it the same way.
For yourself.
Yeah, but they saw it the same way I saw it. They're like, you did nothing wrong. So I was wasted. Starting at 9:30 drinking and smoking all day. This is like the 18th hour of us working. You don't get time off on these girls' trips. It's 7 days all day. And
by the way, encouraged to do that though. Like it's like let's like drink.
They bring vodka on the bus for us.
Yeah.
I mean, no, but
you understand the assignment. That is what you do.
That is what that is exactly what I said. And by the way, I got an email from the head of Bravo saying, "We loved what you did last girls trip. Keep up the good work. Like this is amazing." Did the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm in trouble for it. So I just think, again, know your audience kind of situation like we talked about earlier, but also know that you're fucking with Brandi Glanville.
Yes. Well, I love that for you. I love you doing something new. I don't love the
HR bullshit, but
no. But I think that, see, you know, when pain happens and then it makes you do something else. Like you're chatting to this new producer now, trying to make a show.
A cocoon for like 3 months, like having that narrative out there.
It's not cool.
No, it's horrible. It affected my children.
It only helps them because it's just
promotion for the show.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but not at the expense of you. Like make you a part of it. And also, if you're going to have a change of heart of how you want things to go, then clue you into it and say, this is different. Yeah, like you're treating me like cattle. Like bring them in, make it do the thing. Oh, we don't want to do that now because this, like, and now we're not going to protect you. I mean, it's like, well, then now how am I going to be? Right. You want me to not bring it to all those shows because I'm too scared because I'm not sure what you're saying is contradicting what you want.
Right, exactly. You can't be promoting me and like saying, producing and asking us all to do something that then we could possibly get in trouble for.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, they don't jive, the HR and reality TV, and they're having a lot of problems. And in fact, I found out like Vanity Fair is doing this huge expose on them. They reached out to me. I chose not to speak to them.
Smart.
Just because like I'm still figuring it all fucking out, but I was like not in a good place to have that narrative. And they said, please don't talk about it. So I did what my bosses asked me to do. And I stayed with my head in the sand and I looked more guilty than ever. And it did me no good. And now I give 0 fucks.
It's their loss.
Well, I'm not like, who knows, like they can edit it any way they want, but all of the women are on my side. They're like, nothing happened. We were all like together.
Can they do that? Is that like, if nothing happened, are they allowed to like?
Well, if someone feels like they were violated, like apparently they can say, I'm calling HR.
I feel like I was violated.
Right.
That's
and
crazy.
I didn't take the HR class. Legal.
So they need to vet these people better and be like, we're not casting you because you have a problem with anything that's fun. Like, you know, or like
then I left. They're like, all the girls were texting me, like, because I got fired, but I got put in the Mandarin Oriental, a huge hotel. I was like, hey, you're fired. I've never been fired before. This is great. But they were texting like, the party's gone. It's so boring. It's horrible.
Hopefully that really comes across in the show.
That's what I'm saying. It's
the party was over when you left.
Yeah. Because also they were all like, you don't get to say that about my friend. We were all there.
Yeah.
And so it turned into, you're going to really break the fourth wall or the third? We're really breaking because the producers come in. Now the producers are on camera. So it's going to be really
I'm going to watch it.
What if they make it all about the drama of you leaving?
Well, that's
Is that
what
what it's going to be? Oh, okay. Yeah, because there's nothing else.
Well, the first 4 days were great. And there was so much drama happening. We didn't need more drama. Like, it was so good. And it was naturally, authentically good because you're putting people together that you would never put together. And some people have history. Some people didn't. Like Phaedra, Eva, and Vicky and I, we were on the first girl, like our, ex-wives club trip together. So we had gone through it. And Vicky and I were like not friends. I'm like, we are not going to like each other. And now we're very close. But
Vicky Gumbleton?
Yeah. Oh, so you come through it and I love resolution. I live for it. And so we had that, but then they brought in people that had problems with, me, and people that had problems with Vicky, and people that had problems with, Phaedra does not. She's a lawyer. She's like, I'm not saying shit. She's one of those people that she's an observer and has her signature cocktail. So when she tells me nothing happened, I trust that bitch. That bitch in a good way.
Yeah.
So, it was hard. It still is hard.
I bet. It's not fair.
It's not. But like I said, get ready.
Ooh, I like it. With that face too and the eyes.
I just wish I had the pocketbook to match.
So you are one of the podcast OGs. You've had your podcast Brandi Glanville for almost 10 years, and you are the reason why we decided to sign with Straw Hut, actually. And our producers are all here. You already know them. You're literally, this has been a breath of fresh air. I want you as our third, literally throuple. It's just joking, Elsa.
I'll take it.
She's our third.
My eyelashes, I tried to do it today and my eyes half shut.
No, you look great.
Thank you.
I'm not just saying this. I've had such a great time.
Yeah, this is amazing. So
you're so kind.
Oh,
you really are kind, and you're so you have such good energy. Seriously.
And authentic. I believe everything that you're saying, the way that anything goes down. It comes across. There's.
It's true.
That's the one good thing I am with a good judge of energy and character.
Me too. I can if I get a negative vibe from someone, I just don't fuck with them.
Yeah. And it's always right.
It is, and it's immediate.
Yeah.
And I can look at someone from afar and see dark energy and be like, I'm not.
Isn't that crazy? And then you also feel like it's about to attach to you, and you're like, I got to get out of this situation now because. But
sometimes I get pulled in, and I'm such a nurturer. I get abused, not physically, but emotionally, for some of my friends and certain other people. I
get that because they feel like that they could unload on you or
right, and I'll take it.
Or if you're doing too well, they're and they're not doing well, they'll be like, why do you have that?
It's just because I will pick up the phone because I do worry about them.
Yeah.
So, and then it's it's not fun.
You're just a caretaker and
yes,
you care about people and
So what would you like to plug today? Anything that we haven't already covered?
Your butt.
My butt. Oh my God, that's for after the show. We are totally hanging out after the show. Hopefully this isn't the last time we have you on the show because this is so good.
It's so fun to be here. I love you guys. So you guys now I know how you met on the Playboy channel, right? Or Playboy,
yeah, basically our mutual friend, she works for Playboy, so we just all kind of, and we always said years ago that we would have a podcast together, so it's kind of a full circle for us to actually
it's exciting. You guys are doing the work. A lot of people, I'm a talker, I'm I'm gonna do that. I'm oh, the day is getting away from me. I'm gonna stay on my couch.
Number one sport for me.
But that didn't happen with me before COVID. Now it's just it's difficult to get up and out.
When it's doing something for someone else, like Elsa, I'll do it right away. But for me, procrastinating on my shit, I love procrastinating and leaving everything to the last minute or not doing it at all.
Yeah. So I have a question. So I know how you guys met now. So how do people treat you when they see you out? Obviously you're a gorgeous girl, but I'm sure a lot of men especially recognize you from porn. Do you feel like if someone looks at you sideways, you're hot, they're going to look at you. Do you ever feel in your head, why? Do you have trust issues about Any of that?
Absolutely. I do. Sometimes I'm like, are they looking at me because they recognize me, or are they looking at me because they actually want to get to know me? I just recently froze my eggs, and somebody,
You're
the
26,
wife,
girl.
I know, but I did it
Okay.
million other reasons.
Okay, well,
but
all right. We're going to get into that.
the wife goes in, right, or girlfriend, whatever, and he asks for a photo of me while I'm at the fertility doctor, like, and I'm like, this is so inappropriate.
Yeah.
So it's actually right now getting to the point where it's getting a little inappropriate.
Right.
So it's weird, but
So you don't know who to trust. And like,
yeah.
Because like, I mean, I watched a lot of your porn last night, but like, so yes, I would recommend that. Like, no, I'm just saying.
Hitachi?
I mean, hey, is that her? You know what I mean? Yeah. But like in general, I just look at attractive people but in this industry, especially, like if someone, like I have such trust issues. Like if someone knows I'm on TV, or like, why do you want, I've had like guys in the past want to be with me because
you're on it.
Right.
It's definitely a learning thing for me. That's kind of, it's not new, but I'm just now starting to deal with it. So I'm not sure. I'm really not sure how I'm going to handle, like.
Just be careful. I mean, trust your gut.
I know.
And then also like, there's guys out there that are going to have like judgment and all these things. I mean,
I rarely get judgment. I rarely find, I've never dated or been around a guy that has a problem with my porn history.
Oh, great.
It's kind of like rock stars these days. That's now, amazing. Like porn stars. So like, if anything, they like fetishize it and be like, oh, cool. Like a porn star, I want to be with her.
I dated athletes, and they publicly have me out and about. Like they don't have a problem with me.
Symbol.
Yeah. But I also do.
She retired a year ago.
I am stable mentally. So I think that I'm not a typical porn girl where I'm all over the place.
Right.
So I feel like I have that benefit. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like.
So you're definitely, you don't do porn now.
I don't. I retired over a year ago. It'd be 2 years in November.
So you're making your money from, I mean,
OnlyFans.
But also, how the fuck are you on like the cover of all of these international amazing fashion magazines? Because usually fashion and porn, they don't get along at recess.
They don't.
So I'm Elsa's manager as well, and it only for the last 6 months. So when I found out that
I just fired a manager.
So when I had found out that she was like, I'm just retired now, I'm just enjoying my life, she makes a mint, and I was like, but you have 3 million followers, let's try and you have this personality, you have like something there that like
she's a star.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, there's something about you that I think we could definitely, I just love creating. So like anything that I can do to like, I manage myself for the music thing. And then like, I was always doing it for people for free and then like connecting everyone. And then it's been so fun for me. So anyway, getting back to the mags though, like just leveling up her brand and doing all that. We used her original name, which is Sapphire Hal. I know.
That's more stripper-esque than
I know
the other one, but yeah, I'm Brandi, so I can't really say anything.
And also, porn is illegal in Vietnam, so they could never Google that she was a porn star. And,
so we did like kind of like he just pushed and really found like a way, and now because it's there, it's helped us a lot. But I mean, we got turned down how many magazines?
Yeah.
Like he really was adamant, and then they would like kind of come with requirements. He'd be like, okay, we're coming back once we have those like.
No, she's in off the runway Moschino, Versace, head to toe. Like everything was like, so we were shifty about it, but I think that. I mean, power to the cause is that we have so many good things happening at the moment. And the moment people meet her in a room, they're like, I get it now. So like, I think if I can just keep pushing, and at one stage we were going to keep them totally separate. It's not really, I can't really do that. She's very
that's not who she is. I mean, she is, you have to show a well-rounded person.
Yes.
And that is part of who she is. And she doesn't have shame around it as she shouldn't. And like,
well, she's the right messenger as well for an empowered women vibe, because she speaks eloquently. She can make things sound palatable.
Like she's not here.
I know. I was like, guys,
sorry. I could go on forever. We're gonna hang out after this anyway. So we will see you next time. And we are Heartbreakers Podcast on YouTube, Spotify, everywhere. Brandi is at
Brandi Glanville Unfiltered and Brandi Glanville everywhere. Straw Hat Media, boom. Suck a dick. Bye.
This is bye, Felicia.
Boom, bitches. I feel sorry for Felicias and Karens everywhere. It's so horrible.